Om Swamiji. Swamiji, does intuition play any role when it comes to self knowledge?
Okay, so let us look at the definition of the word intuition. Intuition is defined by the dictionary as the ability to acquire knowledge without taking recourse to any explanation or the need for reasoning. So, when that is the case, with regard to self knowledge, the scriptures are very clear that it needs a lot of logical reasoning. So, logical reasoning, as it is done with the help of the Shastra, with the scriptures, as it is done in the scriptures. So, if it is my own intuition, so without being backed up by the Shastra, then it could be my own imagination. It could be right or it could be wrong. And I have no basis to conclude whether it is right or wrong. I just have to go by what I feel. And the other problem with intuition is that it could be my own wishful thinking. So something the mind wants to think in a certain way. And then I decide that it's a valid intuition. But there too, it could be very misleading, or I could be taken in the wrong direction by, or the third possibility is that intuition could be a function of my own past experience, which is not there in my conscious memory, but it is just thrown up by my mind. And I tend to believe that this is a valid piece of knowledge that my mind is giving me. So in all these cases, we do not deny the possibility of getting intuitive knowledge, but it is very tricky to conclude that the mind is giving me the right knowledge. And another way of looking at it is that, so if the mind was capable of giving me intuitive knowledge, then why now? Why not earlier? So the mind could have given me the intuitive knowledge earlier. And why did the mind wait for so long to give me this knowledge at this particular time? So, but still, we do not dismiss intuitions altogether. But what we do is that if I have an intuition, if I think it is a valid intuition, it is a valid piece of knowledge, then with regard to Atmajnanam or self-knowledge, it is always advisable to check it against what is said in the Upanishads or the Bhagavad Gita. So once we test the validity of the intuition, with the help of the Upanishads or the Bhagavad Gita. And then see that it is right, then this intuition becomes an insight, and that insight is real knowledge. But for checking up also, I need to study the Shastra. So whichever way I look at it, whether I get this intuitive knowledge earlier or I get it from the Shastra, the ideal way or the foolproof way to do it would be to study the Shastra and then check my intuition, check it up if it is correct. So even so if I have an intuition, then one advantage could be that what is said in the Shastra is appreciated by me much faster than if I was just studying it without having an intuition. So that advantage may be there, but that is something that I cannot force on myself. So intuition is something that I cannot force on myself. And if I'm blessed with the right intuition, then it is just my punya. And this is why intuition cannot always be taken to be valid the moment I get it.
Thank you so much, Swamiji.